Alright, so this is going to be the first video in the new reptile room. So I hope you enjoy, and things aren't exactly done yet the way I want it to be, but you're going to get an idea of what I've got going on. But so let me turn this camera around and give you guys a better look at what's going on. Alright, so here we go. Here is an overlook of the way the reptile room is going to be now. And eventually we're going to change these two out because obviously once the babies grow, we don't need that. And I want to do something different with this shelf, but that'll be for future videos. For now, we're going to take a look at the way the room is as it is today. Yes, there is a little bit of echo in here. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to correct that in future videos, but for now, we're just going to have to endure it. So when we first walk in, this is actually to the garage, which is great because now it's easier to clean cages because I can just simply walk right out there, dump it in the trash, we're good to go. In the previous house, I had to walk through the living room, dining room, and kitchen before I got to the trash. But anyways, here we go. Now this is where all my work is going to be done as far as, making the videos. So we actually got one loading right now. And but that'll be a future video for you guys to watch. But over here we have some of the stuff that we've seen from the other room, and my Jurassic World collection, raptors, and then of course Star Wars, and my favorite Ninja Turtle, Raphael. This was a good movie, but I mainly bought it because I like Stormtroopers, and that was the cap cup that came along with it, so that is why I have that up there. But we've got blue. We actually got blue in two different forms, and then we just got a green raptor. We have an orange raptor over there, a baby blue, another Stormtrooper, and some more Jurassic Park stuff. But that's actually going to be for something else I'm playing around with, and hopefully that you guys will see sometime soon. But let's swing back around. So I got an AC in here, which is good in case for those rare times in Ohio that we get to mid-90s and higher. I can cool the room back down so that way things don't get too hot. And let's wait for the light to adjust. So here we have the leopard gecko cage. This is just temporary setup. His cage is, I've done some changes to it, so he's just going to temporarily set in there. That of course is the carpet python. Down here is a ball python you guys haven't seen too much of, and that's the one that belongs to my wife. And last year it was in her classroom. For those of you who don't know, she is a teacher. Beside there we have the culture of springtails for the bioactive setups. And of course we have this rack here, which you would remember from the previous reptile room. So we can kind of see the Cinnalone milk snake, hypo lavender striped California king, corn snake. That is a hypo lavender striped corn snake, scaleless Texas rat. This is the hypo-striped corn, which we can't see. Now we can kind of see him back there. There he is. He's looking at us. And then below that is the albino ball python. We can just pull these out. Albino ball python. That's a female. Below there is the pied het albino male ball python. And it's been so long since I've done a video, I can't even talk straight. And of course there is this guy, the citrus pastel low expression het clown ball python. And we move up. Back up here is one of my tarantulas, the Mexican, let's see if we can get the glare out, Mexican red knee. And then we swing around here. We have the Mexican red rump, who is in need of an upgrade, which we'll do that soon. And then here, which I didn't turn the lights on, there we go, is, and you can see her right back there. Okay, there we go. There is the green tree python up in her setup. Still looking pretty good. And this is something new that you guys did not get to see. But as you can see, who is in here? There we go. This is the new day gecko setup. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you had already seen this. Let's try to get rid of some of this glare. Let's find the other two. Of course, that is one of the females. And the other female is right here, resting in the darker side of the tank. So we've got lights. Oh, there's the male hiding back there. So I've got 2 different light strips on here, but I also wanted to make like sunny basking spots, but I also wanted to give them shady spots in case they wanted to escape that. So let's see if we can't come around the side. I've got plenty of hiding places in here. We got the cork tubes for them to hide in. There's 3 of those. And then I set these cork flats, but they're not completely flat, but they do make a nice little hide on the back side of them. So we have one there. We have one in the back, a large one which that is sitting on. And then all the way down here, we also have another one. And then I got a mixture of live plants and fake plants. Really the fake plants are just there until the live ones grow in well enough to that I don't need them. So as you can see, we got all 3, let me get in there. All 3 in shot there. They're all doing pretty good. By now they've been together for about a week or so, and I don't see any real signs of any kind of aggression or bullying or dominant behavior being displayed. And actually, much to my surprise and pleasantly surprised, is the male has seemed to be leaving the females alone. I was a little concerned that he might be a little bit relentless in pursuing these 2 ladies in his territory. Well, he's new to this territory as well, but in his company anyways. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much for them to hide around, crawl around, just to get away from each other if they need be. And again, sorry for the reflection. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. And below them is the yearling stuff. So let's pull some of these out. Like there's my high white cow king. I just cleaned today, that's why, don't get your head. That's why you don't see the water dishes in here. They're actually being cleaned right now. They're soaking, but we'll get them in here shortly. My daughter's corn snake, a buckskin okatee. He actually won't be in this room for much longer. He is gonna go into my daughter's room. Then over here we have a cranky snow Texas rat. There you can kind of see him. And I can get him out. He is he's what we call cage aggressive. Down here we have the albino Nelsons doing really well. And then beside him is his future lady, the T positive albino Nelsons. Put that back. And we're gonna move up over here. And we have got a baby corn. This is the Amel Tessera, or Tessera, however you say it. I can never really fully remember. And below there, we're gonna try to move quickly, is the lavender albino cow king, who has a very strong feeding response. No, back up. Come on. on. Now, get back into your thing. There we go. And below her is my butter tessera, female as well. And then last but not least on this is my black and yellow cow king, a little female. And then over here we have got the big old boa. Like I said, everybody got their cage cleaned this morning, so it's all smelling new, and so she's exploring, trying to figure out what's going on. And then down below is the northern pine snake. So, and then up here, let me stand back up, and let's go over here and try to get rid of this glare. So I think this is ultimately going to be the carpet python's next enclosure. He is in just a little temporary setup. Not that his cage is being cleaned, so he's being housed in that while his cage is being cleaned. It's soaking. He made quite the mess. So that's why he's in there, to hold him until his is clean. But ultimately, I think what I want to do is set this up. Now, this is going to be quite large for him at the size he is now, but he will grow into it nicely, and I think it will be just fun to get it going right now and get something ready that, you know, then I'll just change it over time to fit the size that he's become. But that will be a future video, so stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, I did not film setting this tank up. It was just a matter of I needed something that I could house the geckos in, because as you can see from the room, I do not have that big display unit. Actually, let's go out here. It is out here. So there it is. There's the display unit that the geckos were in. And you know, this obviously is not going to be in use. I don't have room for it. So if you're going to be in the Northwest Ohio area, and if you're interested in this, please find me on Facebook or Instagram. Leave me a message. We can work out a deal, you know, for maybe $100, $125, and you take the whole thing. It's, you know, 3 units up top, 2 below. It's an old Pet Supplies Plus display unit, but I unfortunately no longer have use for it, so I have to get rid of it. But so let's swing back around and go back into the reptile room, back into the house. So yeah, we got this great big beautiful sliding glass door. I really like all the light it lets in, but obviously it does leave glare on this glass. So we'll have to figure this stuff out. I don't even have the reptile room lighting like I had in the other room. You know, the light stands with the umbrellas, all that stuff still has to come in. This is still a work in progress. Eventually this white shelf will be gone. I have plans for this, these snakes that are here, to be moved into PVC sliding glass front enclosures, because the melamine on this shelf, I don't know if you can really quite tell, but it's starting to sag, and it's making getting those tubs in and out more difficult. Because if you remember in earlier videos, the albino ball python was in one of these. Actually, she was in the top one, but you can see the gap is there, and it's actually getting worse, and she actually squeezed out of there, so now it's just become like my junk drawer. So that is what the reptile room, the new reptile room, looks like as of right now, and we are going to be working on upgrading some of this equipment. Obviously, as babies grow, again, these racks will be gone. They are also melamine, and they are also you know, starting to warp and swell with the humidity from the units, and quite honestly, it just isn't working out. But anyways, stay tuned for those build videos. Those will definitely be on the channel. I'll be working on this more of a permanent setup here real soon for the carpet python, and yeah, I think it's going to be some enjoyable content. So if you watched to this far and you're not a subscriber, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give me the old thumbs up, and you know, feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you like about the new room. Maybe tell me what you missed about the old room. But anyways, until next time, later.
Shut up and sit down.